Welcome to Vision Academy. In this video, we will see the full current affairs of the month December. Let us begin with
Date 1st December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. The second annual India-Bhutan Development Cooperation talks have held New Delhi. The talks aimed at renewing India's commitment to supporting projects under Bhutan's ongoing 12th five-year plan, that is from 2018 to 2023. Aim. The bilateral mechanism aims to review the entire gamut of India's development partnership with Bhutan. Keys to remember. The second annual India-Bhutan Development Cooperation talks have held New Delhi. Next news. Maharashtra Savitribai Phule Pune University and Quatas Milestone International Education signed a memorandum of understanding to enable the university to set up its campus in Doha. The aim of the agreement is to provide opportunities in higher education to around 8 million Indian diaspora based in Qatar. Keys to remember. Maharashtra Savitribai Phule Pune University and Quatas Milestone International Education signed a memorandum of understanding to enable the university to set up its campus in Doha. Next, let us see international news updates. Reliance Industries chief Mukesh Ambani ranked as the 9th richest person globally in the real-time billionaires list of Forbes. His net worth was $60 billion. Ambani made it to the daily list of the top 10 richest people in the world. Also, he became the first Indian firm to hit the 10 lakh crore market valuation mark. Keys to remember. Reliance Industries chief Mukesh Ambani ranked as the 9th richest person globally in the real-time billionaires list of Forbes. Related keys. Top 3 in the list. The list was topped by Amazon founder and CEO Jeff Bezos with a net worth of $113 billion. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates ranked second with a net worth of $107.4 billion. Bernard Arnault and family chairman and CEO LVMH Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton ranked third with a net worth of $107.2 billion. Next, let us see science and tech updates. Indian Navy successfully test-fired the 290 km strike range BrahMos supersonic cruise missile. The supersonic cruise missile was test-fired in the Arabian Sea. Keys to remember. Indian Navy successfully test-fired the 290 km strike range BrahMos supersonic cruise missile. Related keys. BrahMos is a medium-range supersonic cruise missile. It can be launched from ships, aircraft or land. Next, let us see important days. World AIDS Day is observed on 1st December every year. The day aims to raise public awareness about AIDS. The day aims to motivate the people who are infected by the fatal disease. The theme of the 2019 World AIDS Day is Communities Makes the Difference. Keys to remember. World AIDS Day is observed on 1st December every year.
next date 2nd December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. The 7th Indo-Sri Lanka Joint Military Exercise was held on December 1st, 2019 at Alut Military Station. The main objective of this exercise is to build and promote positive relations between the countries. The exercise is scheduled to be conducted at the Foreign Training Node in Pune between December 1st and December 14, 2019. Keys to remember. The 7th Indo-Sri Lanka Joint Military Exercise will be held at Anud Military Station from December 1st, 2019. Related keys: Sri Lanka President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Sri Lanka currency: Sri Lankan rupee. Next, let us see international news updates. Recently released United Nations Environment Programme Emissions Gas Report 2019 warns the Earth's average temperature may be raised by 3.2 degrees Celsius by 2021. Moreover, despite all scientific warns and political commitments, emissions of greenhouse gases couldn't be decreased globally. The report was released prior to the United Nations Climate Conference to be held in Spain from 2nd December 2019. Keys to remember: the UNEP have released the recent report on Emission Gas Report 2019, which warns the Earth's average temperature may rise by 3.2 Celsius by 2021. Related keys: United Nations Environment Programme formation 5th June 1972. United Nations Environment Programme headquarters Nairobi, Kenya. Next news: the UK-India Business Council announced the establishment of Aerospace and Defence Industry Group to boost bilateral cooperation in the areas. The initiative demonstrates close ties between India and United Kingdom's aerospace and defence industries, as well as recognizes the UK-India relationship at a critical turning point. Keys to remember: to boost the bilateral cooperation, UK-IBC have announced the establishment of Aerospace and Defence Industry Group. Related keys: UK-India Business Council founded 1993. UK-India Business Council headquarters Millbank Tower, London. Next, let us see awards. The Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade under the Union Ministry of Commerce and Industries has announced institution for first ever National Startup Awards. The award was launched by Piyush Goyal, the Union Minister for Commerce and Industries and Railways. The application for the award are open till 31st December 2019. Keys to remember: the Union Minister for Commerce and Industries and Railways, Piyush Goyal, have launched the National Startup Awards. This award comes under the Department for Promotion of Industries and Internal Trades. Related keys: the cash prize of the award rupees 5 lakh each will be awarded to the winning startup in each area. Moreover, the cash prize of rupees 15 lakh each will be awarded to first winning incubator and first winning accelerator as well. Next, let us see sports news updates. On 1st December 2019, the President of Nepal, Vidya Devi Bandari, opened the South Asian Games in Kathmandu. The event is scheduled to be conducted for 10 days. Around 487 athletics are participating from India. Keys to remember: the President of Nepal, Vidya Devi Bandari, opened South Asian Games in Kathmandu on December 1st, 2019. For this event, 487 athletes are participating from India. It will be conducted for 10 days. Related keys: it is being conducted since 1983. Currently, there are 8 members in the event, which includes India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Maldives. The council was formed in 1983 at Islamabad, Pakistan. Next, let us see important days. National Pollution Control Day is observed on 2nd December to raise awareness about the problem caused by increasing pollution. National Pollution Control Day is observed in the memory of those who have lost their lives in Bhopal gas tragedy on 2nd December 1984. Keys to remember: National Pollution Control Day is observed on 2nd December. Next, date 3rd December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. The center is launching nationwide vaccination drive to prevent 8 diseases under the intensified mission Indradhanush 2.0 across the country. The government's flagship scheme is aimed at immunizing children under the age of 2 years and pregnant women against 8 vaccine preventable diseases. The IMI 2.0 will be carried out between December 2019 and March 2020. Keys to remember: the center is launching intensified mission Indradhanush 2.0 across the country to prevent 8 diseases. This launch will be carried out between December 2019 and March 2020. Related news: the IMI Intensified Mission Indradhanush vaccines for diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, poliomyelitis. Next, let us see international news updates. India and Japan on Saturday held their inaugural Foreign and Defense Minister dialogue. Rajnath Singh and S. Jaishankar led the Indian delegation, while the Japanese side was headed by Toshimitsu Motegi and Taro Kano. The meeting also deliberated on various key facts of India-Japan defense and security cooperation. Keys to remember: on Saturday, India and Japan will lead their inaugural Foreign and Defense Ministry dialogue, which will be headed by Rajnath Singh and S. Jaishankar from Indian delegation. Related news: Japan capital Tokyo, Japan currency Japanese yen. Next, let us see economy news updates. GST collections crossed the rupee 1 lakh crore mark after a gap of 3 months in November, growing by 6% to reach 1.03 lakh crore, aided by festival demand. After 2 months of negative growth, GST revenues witnessed an impressive recovery with a positive growth of 6% in November 2019 over November 2018 collections. Keys to remember: GST collections have crossed rupees 1 lakh crore in this November. It is comparatively high than the November 2018 due to festival demands. Related keys: GST came into effect from July 1st, 2017. GST is meant to replace a slew of indirect taxes with a federated taxes and is therefore expected to reshape the country's $2.4 trillion economy. Next, let us see science and tech updates. The first night trial of long-range nuclear-capable Agni-3 surface-to-surface ballistic missile was carried out at Integrated Test Range at APJ Abdul Kalam Island off Odisha coast. However, the Agni-3 missile maiden night trial ended in failure. It is not the first failure of Agni series missile as in the past. 2 other variants of missile, Agni-1 and Agni-2, have failed during the both development and user trials. Keys to remember: Agni-3 surface-to-surface ballistic missile was carried out for the first night trial, which eventually failed. This night trial was held at APJ Abdul Kalam Island off Odisha coast. Related news: Agni-3 was developed by Defense Research and Development Organization. Agni series has already been inducted in Indian Armed Force in 2011. Next, let us see important days. International Day of Persons with Disabilities is observed on December 3rd, which is an international observance promoted by United Nations since 1992. It is observed to raise awareness and develop an understanding to accept people with disabilities by United Nations. Keys to remember: International Day of Persons with Disabilities is observed on December 3rd every year. Next, date 4th December 2019. Let us start with National News Update. A measles outbreak in Samoa has killed 50 children as authorities race to vaccinate the entire population. The government of South Pacific nation said that another 5 children has died within the past day as the epidemic continues to spread. In all, 53 people have died since late October, including 1 adult and 2 teenagers older than 14. Keys to remember: Measles breakout in Samoa has killed 15 children, 1 adult, and 2 teenagers. The government is racing to vaccinate the entire population, but the disease continues to spread. Related keys: Samoa capital, Apia, Samoa currency, Samoan tala. Next news: the government of India is planning to integrate large lender to the power sector in order to help clean energy frames clear their dues. It includes Rural Electrification Corporation, Power Finance Corporation, and Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency. The integration will help resolve growing crises in the clean energy sector and also aid India achieve its ambitious target in renewable energy. Keys to remember: our Indian government is planning to integrate largest lender in the power sector along with REC, BFC, IREDA. This will help India to achieve its ambitious target in renewable energy. Related keys: Government of India have launched several steps to achieve the target of 100 gigawatt of solar energy by December 2022. The Union government also permitted 100% FDI in solar energy sector. Next news: the national capital has been witnessing a soaring popularity and wellness tourism across the world. According to Euromonitor International, Delhi currently ranks 11th in the list of world's top 100 destinations and is to gain 8th rank in 2019. The ranking was released by organization on December 3rd, 2019 under the title Top 100 City Destination Rankings. Keys to remember: according to the Euromonitor International, our national capital Delhi is in the 11th rank in the list of world's top 100 destinations. Related keys: Euromonitor International founded 1972. Euromonitor International Headquarters, London, United Kingdom. Next, let us see science and tech updates. NASA released an image taken by its Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter (LRO) that showed the site of spacecraft's impact and associated debris field on 6th of September. NASA released a monosaic image of the site on 26th of September and invited the public to search it for signs of lander. Keys to remember: NASA have released an image taken by its LRO which shows that the spacecraft impact and associated debris in the field. Related keys: NASA formed July 29, 1958. NASA headquarters, Washington, D.C., United States. Next, let us see important days. Navy Day in India is celebrated on 4th December every year to recognize the achievements and role of Indian Navy to the country. Indian Navy Day is observed in remembrance of the start of Operation Trident during Indo-Pakistani War of 1971. Keys to remember: Indian Navy Day is observed on 4th December every year. Next, date 5th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi was notified of joint declaration of intent between India and Germany regarding strategic cooperation on railways project. The joint declaration of intent was signed by Union Minister of Railways with Federal Ministry of Economic Affairs and Energy of Federal Republic of Germany in November 2019. Keys to remember: Joint Declaration of Intent is signed between India and Germany regarding railways projects. Related news: Germany capital and largest city, Berlin. Germany currency, Euro. Next news: the Union Government of India has launched fourth round of UTAN to enhance the connectivity to regional areas of the country. This phase is to focus on hilly states, northeast region, Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir and islands. Keys to remember: to enhance the connectivity to regional areas of our country, the Union Government have launched fourth round of UTAN. This phase will concentrate on hilly states, northeast region, Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir and islands. Related keys: in phase 1, around 43 airports were constructed under the scheme. In phase 2, around 30 airports were constructed, and in phase 3, 33 airports were constructed. Next, let us see banking news updates. The Reserve Bank of India (RBI) will release its fifth bi-monthly monetary policy statement for 2019 to 20. The six-member Monetary Policy Committee (MPC) of RBI, led by Governor Shakti Kanta Das, will announce the credit policy for current fiscal. A resolution passed by ongoing three-day MPC meeting in Mumbai. The RBI has cut interest rate on every single occasion the MPC met since Shakti Kanta Das took over as the governor in last December. Keys to remember: RBI will release fifth bi-monthly monetary policy statement for the year 2019 to 20. This was led by RBI Governor Shakti Kanta Das. Related keys: the Reserve Bank of India was established following the Reserve Bank of India Act of 1934. Though RBI privately owned initially, it was nationalized in 1949 and since then fully owned by Government of India. Next, let us see sports news updates. The national cricket team of New Zealand was awarded the Christopher Martin Jenkins Spirit of Cricket Award for the year 2019. New Zealand's team captain Kenny Williamson was presented with the award during the drawn second test between his team and England. Keys to remember: Christopher Martin Jenkins Spirit of Cricket Award 2019 was awarded for the national cricket team of New Zealand. Related keys: the award was created in 2013 in the memory of Martin Jenkins. Next, let us see important days. The World Soil Day is marked on December 5th by the United Nations all over the world. It was endorsed by Food and Agriculture Organization of United Nations in 2013. It was officially adopted through a resolution at the 68th UN General Assembly. It was officially adopted through a resolution at 68th UN General Assembly. Keys to remember: the World Soil Day is marked on 5th December every year. The World Soil Day is officially adopted in the 68th UN General Assembly. Next, date 6th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. Chief Minister of Odisha, Naveen Patnaik, launched Smart Learning Phone application Madhu app for school children. The app named after Utkal Gaurav Madhusudan Das. This app is aimed to help school students in learning their lessons through videos and tutorials. Keys to remember: Odisha Chief Minister have launched Madhu app. This app will help the school children to learn their lessons through videos and tutorials. Related keys: Odisha capital Bhubaneswar, Odisha Governor Ganeshi Lal. Next news: Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu launched Bharatiya Bhoshan Anthem, which aims at taking the message of making India malnutrition free by 2022 to all corners of the country. The anthem was conceptualized by Ministry of Women and Child Development, penned by noted lyricist Prasoon Joshi and sung by Shankar Mahadevan. Keys to remember: our Vice President have launched Bharatiya Bhoshan Anthem, which takes the message of making India malnutrition free by 2020. Next news: the Mumbai Central terminus of the Western Railway has been certified as the India's first Eat Right station, with a 4-star rating awarded by the FSSAI. The honor came on the basis of compliance of food safety and hygiene, availability of healthy diet, food handling at preparation, transshipment and retail serving points, food waste management, promotion of local and seasonal foods, and creating awareness on food safety and a healthy diet. This was reported by Western Railways Chief Spokesperson Ravinder Bakar. Keys to remember: FSSAI have certified the Mumbai Central terminals of Western Railways as Eat Right station. Related keys: FSSAI founded on August 2011. FSSAI headquarters New Delhi. Next, let us see science and tech updates. ISRO has set up a Space Technology Incubation Center at National Institute of Technology NIT, Tiruchirappalli. The center will work with ISRO on the technical problems at hand related to the future space programs and shall provide solutions. The STIC will cater to the southern region of India, including Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, the Union Territories of Lakshadweep and Puducherry. Keys to remember: Space Technology Incubation Center STIC have been set up in the National Institute of Technology Tiruchirappalli. Related keys: ISRO founded 15th August 1969. ISRO Director Kailasavadivu Shivan. Next, let us see sports news updates. Indian captain Virat Kohli regained the top spot in International Cricket Council Test ranking in batting. Australian Steve Smith slipped from his first spot in the latest list issued in Dubai. Kohli, who stacked a fine 136 in the day-night Kolkata Test against Bangladesh last week, reached 928 points. Keys to remember: our Indian captain Virat Kohli have regained his number 1 spot in the ICC Test ranking batsman. Related keys: International Cricket Council ICC formation 15th June 1909. International Cricket Council's headquarters Dubai. Next, let us see important days. National Miners' Day is celebrated on December 6 every year to recognize their efforts. The Coal Mine Health and Safety Act of 1969 as well as the Federal Mine Safety and Health Act of 1977 were created to oversee the safety and health of all miners. Keys to remember: December 6th is celebrated as National Miners' Day to recognize their efforts for the country. Next, date 7th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. Union Home Ministry has sanctioned a sum of 100 crore rupees from Nirbhaya funds for setting up and strengthening of women help desk in police stations. This scheme would be implemented by states and union territories. The help desk would focus on making the police stations more women friendly and approachable, as they would be the first and single point of contact for any women walking into a police station. Keys to remember: Union Ministry have sanctioned 100 crore rupees under the Nirbhaya Fund scheme for setting up women help desk in police stations. This women help desk would make the police station more friendly and approachable for women. Related keys: Union Home Ministry formed 15th August 1947. Union Home Ministry Headquarters, North Block, New Delhi. Next news: Union Minister for Commerce and Industry and Railways Piyush Goyal along with Minister of State of Commerce and Industries Som Prakash inaugurated the third edition of National Public Procurement Conclave in New Delhi. The two-day conclave has been organized by Government e-Marketplace in association with Confederation of Indian Industries. Keys to remember: the third edition of National Public Procurement Conclave held at New Delhi. This conclave was inaugurated by Union Minister for Commerce and Industry and Railways Piyush Goyal and Minister of State of Commerce and Industry Som Prakash. Related keys: General e-Marketplace has now introduced General e-Marketplace 3.0, which is a more robust, flexible e-marketplace with an intuitive user interface to make procurement of goods and services simpler than ever. Next news: Uttarakhand State Forest Minister Shri Haraj Singh Rawat laid foundation stone of India's first Ganga centralized aqua lab at Wildlife Institute of India, Dehradun, Uttarakhand. The aqua lab will be set up under the National Mission of Clean Ganga. Various aquatic life forms found in 2,525 kilometers long Ganga River would be preserved in the lab WWI. Keys to remember: India's first Ganga centralized aqua lab will be set up at Wildlife Institute of India, Dehradun, Uttarakhand. The State Forest Minister of Uttarakhand laid the foundation stone for this. Related keys: Uttarakhand capital Dehradun. Uttarakhand literacy 79.63%. Next, let us see international news updates. The leaders of 29 countries gathered in London at NATO summit. The year 2019 marks the 70th anniversary of the summit. It was attended by NATO leader and chaired by NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg. NATO was founded in a wake of Second World War by US and the main European powers as a means of military defense against Soviet Russia. Keys to remember: the 70th anniversary of NATO summit held in London, where 29 countries' leaders were gathered to attend the summit. This summit was chaired by NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg. Next, let us see important days. The International Civil Aviation Day is observed every year on 7th December across the world to generate and reinforce worldwide awareness of importance of international civil aviation to social and economic development. Keys to remember: December 7th is observed as the International Civil Aviation Day every year. Related keys: the International Civil Aviation Day was established in 1994 as a part of ICAO's 50th anniversary activities. It was officially recognized in the UN system by United Nations General Assembly in 1996. Next,
Date 8 December 2019. Let us start with national news updates. The Delhi government launched a booklet on the life and teaching of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar for students of class 6th to 8th in government schools. The booklet was launched on Ambedkar's 63rd death anniversary. It is a three-part booklet. It explores the life and education of Ambedkar, his social reforms initiatives, contribution to women empowerment. Keys to remember. The Delhi government launched a booklet on the life and teaching of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar for students of class 6th to 8th in government schools. Related keys. Ambedkar's full name. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar. Ambedkar was born 14th April 1891. Next, Tata Consultancy Services, that is TCS, has announced changes in its health insurance policy in order to provide benefits to employees involved in LGBT employees a same-sex relationship. TCS became the first Tata group of companies to bring the change. The change in health insurance policy will benefit all bisexual, lesbian, gay and transgender or LGBT employees in the company. Keys to remember. Tata Consultancy Services, that is TCS, has announced changes in its health insurance policy. It is the first Tata group of companies to bring the change. Related keys. TCS CEO Rajesh Gopinathan, TCS Chairman Natarajan Chandrasekharan. Next, international news updates. India and the US are planning to sign a Defense Technology Sharing Pact. The two countries will sign a deal at the 2+2 dialogue on 19 December in Washington, the US. The Indian side will be led by Defense Minister Rajnath Singh and External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar to the dialogue. Keys to remember. India and the US are planning to sign a Defense Technology Sharing Pact. Related keys. US currency dollar. US Prime Minister Donald John Trump. Next, the annual summit between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Japanese counterpart Shinzo Abe is to take place between 15th to 17th December 2019. The announcement was made by the External Affairs Ministry. The summit is expected to take place in Guwahati, Assam. Keys to remember. The annual summit between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Japanese counterpart Shinzo Abe. Related keys. The informal summit was Chinese Premier Xi Jinping was held in Mahabalipuram in Tamil Nadu. Next, awards updates. The Sukapa Award was presented to noted educationist, botanist and folklore researcher Dr. Bhatmeshwar Gogai. It was presented at a program held at Sukapa Samani Kestra in Golagach. The award recognized his effort and contribution in the field of botany and science. Keys to remember. The Sukapa Award was presented to noted educationist, botanist and folklore researcher Dr. Bhatmeshwar Gogai. Related keys. Sukapa Award was instituted by the Central Committee of Different Ethnic Groups and Organization of Golaghat District, Assam.
next, date 9th December 2019. Let us start with national news updates. In Karnataka, Human Library, a concept which seeks to replace books with humans, will be held in the city of Paris's Mysore. In a statement, Ms. K. Pavitra, founder of Human Library Mysuru, said the first event of Human Library aims to break past long-lasting prejudice and stereotype by creating a safe framework for conservation by using a library analogy of lending people rather than books. Keys to remember: concept of replacing books with humans. Human library will be held in the city of Palaces, Mysore. The founder of Human Library, K. Pavitra, in a statement said that this would break the stereotyping of books by replacing them with humans. Keys to remember: Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa, Karnataka capital Bengaluru. Next news: aiming to control the human-elephant conflict, the Assam government launched anti-depredation squads of the State Forest Department. The squad would be stationed at 15 major human-wildlife conflict districts in order to mitigate the problem and to ensure the safety of both human and wildlife. The State Forest Department engaged specially trained 50 frontline staffs to handle conflict situations. Keys to remember: Assam government have launched anti-depredation squad for the State Forest Department. This department aims to control the human-elephant conflict. Under this, 50 specially trained frontline staffs will be handling the conflict situations. Related keys: Assam capital Dispur, Assam literacy 72.19%. Next, let us see international news updates. The 34 years old Sanna Marin was selected by her Social Democratic Party of Finland to become the country's youngest prime minister ever, taking over after resignation of outgoing leader. Sanna, who will now be the youngest head of government in the country's history. She earlier served as the Transport Minister of Finland. Finland's parliament is expected to formally swear in the new Prime Minister on 10th December 2019. Keys to remember: Sanna Marin is selected as the youngest Prime Minister of the country, Finland. She will be taking over the post from 10th December 2019. Related keys: Finland capital Helsinki, Finland currency Euro. Next, let us see appointments. Girish Chandra Chaturvedi, the former Petroleum Secretary, was appointed Chairman of National Stock Exchange. The appointment comes within weeks of him joining the NSE board as a public interest director. The chairman's post was vacant since January following Ashok Chawla's resignation amid CBI-related development in the Aircel Maxis case. Girish also served as the non-executive chairman of ICICI Bank. Keys to remember: Girish Chandra Chaturvedi has been appointed as the chairman of National Stock Exchange within a few weeks of joining in NSE board as a public interest director. Related keys: National Stock Exchange founded 1992. National Stock Exchange location Mumbai, India. Next, let us see important dates. The International Day of Anti-Corruption is marked by the United Nations every year on December 9th since 2003. This year, the day is being marked by organizations all over the world on the following theme: United Against Corruption. Keys to remember: the International Day of Anti-Corruption is marked on December 9th every year. 2019 theme: United Against Corruption. Next,
Date 10th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. MOCA invites bids for the fourth phase of UDAN scheme. Under the fourth phase, MOCA is to provide additional viability gap funding of around 25% to the airlines. Ministry of Civil Aviation has invited bids after the launch of the fourth base of UDAN in December 2019. It invited bids for 3 unserved airports or airstrips in Andaman and Nicobar Island and 1 underserved airport or airstrip in Lakshadweep Island. The aim is to focus on the connectivity of the islands under UDAN 4.0. Keys to remember: MOCA invites bids for the fourth base of UDAN scheme. Related keys: UDAN scheme launched on 27th April 2017. Located at Delhi. Ministry of Civil Aviation, India. Science and Tech updates. Israeli students to launch self-made satellite from Sriharihota on 11th December. 3 youngsters, Alon Amrovich, Meidav Azulin and Samuel Aviv Levi from an Israeli school will travel to India to launch a satellite Tujifat-3. The 3 17th to 18th years old are the students of Shar Hanegev High School in Israel's southern region. The satellite was designed and built by the students aboard PSLV C-48 from ISRO's Sriharihota launch site. The satellite is to be launched on 11th December. Keys to remember: Israeli students to launch self-made satellite from Sriharihota on 11th December. Related keys: Tujifat-3 is the third satellite made by the Israeli student. The satellite was jointly built by Herzliya Science Center and Shar Hanegev High School students. The satellite was designed to serve children from across the country to observe the Earth. Next, let us see sports news updates. WADA bans Russia from all major sporting events. The World Anti-Doping Agency banned Russia for a 4-year term from all major sporting events. The decision was made at WADA's Executive Committee in a meeting in Lausanne, Switzerland. Under the ban, the Russian national flag and anthem will not be allowed at events such as the Tokyo 2020 Olympics and Paralympics and Football's 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Keys to remember: WADA bans Russia from all major sporting events. Related keys: World Anti-Doping Agency, found on 10th November 1999. President: Sergei Riddy. Headquarters: Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Official language: English, French. Next, let us see important days. Human Rights Day is observed on 10th December. The day aims to recognize and empower human rights. The day includes social, economic, cultural rights and international commitments on civil and political rights. The theme of the 2019 Human Rights Day is Youth Standing Up for Human Rights. The United Nations kept the theme with a belief that the participation of youth is an essential element to achieve sustainable development for everyone. Keys to remember: Human Rights Day is observed on 10th December.
Next, date 11th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. On December 10, 2019, External Affairs Minister Jay Shankar introduced the Anti-Maritime Bill in the Parliament. This bill was introduced in days after the kidnapping of 18 Indians abroad in Nigeria. It aims at ensuring the safety and security of Indians' maritime trade and the crew members. The bill is framed in accordance with the UNCLOS, United Nations Convention on the Laws of the Sea. Keys to remember: Our External Affairs Minister Jay Shankar have introduced Anti-Maritime Bill in the Parliament after kidnapping of 18 Indians abroad in Nigeria. The bill was framed in accordance with UNCLOS on December 10th. Related keys. The UNCOS or the Law of Sea was framed at the Third UN Conference that was held between 1973 and 1982. As of 2016, 167 countries, including European Union, have joined UNCLOS. Next, let us see international news. In order to secure the CPEC sea route, China and Pakistan have signed a deal to build drones with maximum payload of 480 kg with top speed of 370 km per hour and can fly up to 20 hours. The drones are called Long 2. These drones are similar to the MQ-9 Reaper drones developed by the US. Keys to remember. For the security of CPEC sea route, China and Pakistan have signed a deal to build drones. This drone will have the maximum payload of 480 kg with top speed 370 km and can fly up to 20 hours. Keys to remember. CPEC established 22nd May 2013. CPEC China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, a major part of China's BRI project, passes through the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir region. Next news. Abu Dhabi has been selected as the world's leading sports tourism destination at 26th edition of World Travel Awards being held in Muscat. This is the 7th time in a row that Abu Dhabi has been selected for this coveted award. Keys to remember. World Travel Awards has been selected Abu Dhabi as world's leading sports tourism destination on its 26th edition. Related keys. Abu Dhabi is the second most popular city of United Arab Emirates. The World Travel Awards were founded in 1993. Next, let us see banking news updates. Country's larger lender, State Bank of India, has announced the reduction in its marginal cost of fund-based lending rate by 10 basis points across all one-year products. It will be effective from today. This is the 8th time in a consecutive cut in MCLR by lender this fiscal. The new one-year MCLR has been cut to 7.90% from 8%. Keys to remember. SBI have announced its reduction in marginal cost of MCLR by 10 basis points in one-year products. Related keys. State Bank of India Chairman Rajneesh Kumar, State Bank of India Headquarters, Mumbai. Next, let us see important days. International Mountain Day is observed on December 11th every year since 2003. The same day is celebrated in US and Japan as well as National Mountain Day. The US began to mark Mountain Day even before the UN since 1977. Theme: Mountains Matter for Youth. Keys to remember. International Mountain Day is observed on December 11th with the theme Mountain Matters for the Youth. Next, date 12th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. The 4th edition of International Seminar cum Exhibition on Naval Weapons System NAVARMS 19 is scheduled at Institute of Defense Studies and Analysis Development Enclave, New Delhi on 12th to 13th December 2019. Theme of 2019 is Make in India 5 category opportunities and imperatives. Keys to remember. NAVARMS 19, the 4th edition of International Seminar cum Exhibition, will be held in New Delhi on 12th to 13th December 2019 with the theme Make in India 5 category opportunities and imperatives. Related keys. The third edition of NAV Arms held in 2013 was the biggest conference of its kind. Over 300 delegates interacted with senior officers and Indian Navy. Next news. India for the first time ranks among the top 10 in this year's Climate Change Performance Index released at the COP25 Climate Summit in Spanish capital Madrid. The current level of per capita emission and energy use in India ranked in the ninth category, showing that emissions are still comparatively low. Keys to remember. In this year's Climate Change Performance Index, India have first time ranked among the top 10. India is placed in the ninth spot with high category, showing that emissions are still comparatively low. Related keys. India's 2030 renewable energy target is rated very high for its well below 2 degrees Celsius compatibility. Next news. The Union Cabinet on December 11, 2019 approved Aircraft Amendment Bill 2019 to amend the Aircraft Act 1934. The main objective of the bill is to fulfill the safety requirements of International Civil Aviation Organization. The bill intends to regulate the area of air navigation. It enhances the punishment from 10 lakh rupees to 1 crore rupees for those failings. Keys to remember. On December 11, 2019, the Aircraft Bill 2019 under the Aircraft Act 1934 have been approved by Union Cabinet. Next news. Odisha government has decided to set up 45 fast-track courts in the state to expedite the trial of cases relating to the women and children. The state government's action comes after Centre has decided to formulate a scheme for setting up 1023 fast-track special courts to expedite the trial and disposal of rape cases. Keys to remember. To expedite the trial of cases related to the women and children, Odisha government have decided to set up 45 fast-track courts in the state. Related keys. Odisha capital Bhubaneswar. Odisha governor Ganeshi Lal. Next, let us see international news updates. Signifying the start of electric aviation age, the world's first fully electric commercial aircraft took its inaugural test flight in Vancouver, Canada. The technology would mean significant cost saving for airlines, not to mention zero emission. The range is enough to start a revolution, adding the batteries and electric motors will eventually be developed to power longer flights. Keys to remember. The world's first fully electric commercial aircraft took its inaugural test flight in Vancouver, Canada. Related keys. Canada capital Ottawa. Canada currency Canadian dollar. Next, date 13th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. Food regulator FSSAI Food Safety and Standards Authority of India and NASSCOM Foundation, a trade association of Indian IT and business process outsourcing industry, have signed a memorandum of understanding to jointly build a technology platform to prevent food wastage and encouraging food donation by developing an app for the purpose. The collaboration is a significant step in the direction of leveraging technology for solution of social problems. Keys to remember. Food Safety and Standards Authority of India and NASSCOM Foundation have signed a memorandum of understanding to prevent food wastage and to encourage food donation by developing an app for the purpose. Related keys. FSSAI Headquarters, New Delhi. FSSAI founded August 2011. Next news. The Citizenship Amendment Bill 2019 has been passed by Parliament with Rajya Sabha approving it. 125 members supported the legislation while 105 opposed it. The House also negated the amendments moved by opposition parties while approving the bill. The bill was passed by Lok Sabha on 9th December. 311 members have voted in its favor and 80 members opposing it. Keys to remember. The Rajya Sabha approved the Citizen Amendment Bill 2019. This bill was passed on 9th December. 311 members have voted for this bill. Next news. The Andhra Pradesh Cabinet approved the enactment of Andhra Pradesh Criminal Law Amendment Act, also known as Disha Act, that provides for the harsher punishments, including death sentence, to those guilty of heinous crimes against women. As announced earlier in the Assembly by Chief Minister, in the presence of adequate conclusive evidence in the cases of crime against women such as rape, acid attacks among the other, judgment must be pronounced within 21 days and trial must be completed in 14 days. Keys to remember. The Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh have introduced a new law named Disha Act. This act will provide a harsher punishment against the crime and criminal against women. Related keys. Andhra Pradesh Governor Biswabhushan Harichandan. Andhra Pradesh literacy rate 67.41%. Next news. A 3-day National Tribal Dance Festival will be held in Chhattisgarh capital Raipur from December 27 to 29. In the event, international folk artists from 23 states and 6 other countries are expected to take part and portray their respective tribal folk culture. Keys to remember. On December 27th to 29th, the 3-day National Tribal Dance Festival will be held in Chhattisgarh's capital, Raipur. For this festival, it is expected 23 states and 6 other countries will be taking part to portray their tribal folk culture. Related keys. Chhattisgarh Governor Anusya Uke. Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Bagal. Next news. The representatives from the United States, Mexico, and Canada inked the revamped version of their regional trade pact after a few months of negotiation. The United States, Mexico, Canada agreement will now go to the country's legislatures for final approval. Keys to remember. The representatives from the countries United States, Mexico, and Canada have signed the revamped version of Regional Trade Pact. These agreements now have placed for the final approval from legislatures. Related keys. The accord is meant to the North American Free Trade Agreement NAFTA, a deal in place since 1994. The NAFTA trade bloc is one of the largest trade blocs in the world by gross domestic products. Next.
Date 14th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. The Indian Council of Agricultural Research signed a memorandum of understanding with the National Board of Agriculture and Rural Development on 13th December to promote sustainable agriculture and climate resilient farming systems. Keys to remember. The Indian Council of Agricultural Research signed a memorandum of understanding with the National Board of Agriculture and Rural Development on 13th December to promote sustainable agriculture and climate resilient farming system. Related keys. The MOU aims to facilitate the action research that is carried out with the active participation of farmers to provide solutions for the challenges. Under the MOU, the ICAR will support training and capacity building of channel partners and NABARD officers. Next news. Goa Governor meets PM over Kalasa Panduri project 3 days before the Congress is scheduled to stage a Dharna in the national capital over the Union Environment Ministry's Nod 2 Karnataka's Kalasha Banduri Water Division project. Goa Governor Satyabal Malik met Prime Minister Narendra Modi and lobbied for the coastal stages case in the interstate dispute over the waters of Mahadevi River. Case to remember, 3 days before the Congress is scheduled to stage a Dharna in the national capital over the Union Environment Ministry's nod to Karnataka's Kalasha Banduri Water Division project. Related keys: Karnataka's Kalasa Banduri Water Division project. Goa Governor Satyabal Malik. Next, let us see international news updates. China, Pakistan to finalize deal to develop Special Economic Zone under CBEC. A team of China Road and Bridge Corporation is expected to visit Pakistan by the end of December to finalize an agreement for the development of the Rashakai Special Economic Zone under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, a Pakistan official said on Friday. Case to remember, a team of China Road and Bridge Corporation is expected to visit Pakistan by the end of December to finalize an agreement for the development of the Rashakai Special Economic Zone under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, a Pakistani official said on Friday. Related keys: China Road and Bridge Corporation, Rashakai Special Economic Zone under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. Next news. Bureau of Energy Efficiency, Ministry of Power conducted an international workshop on energy efficient cooling from 12 to 13 December 2019 at SCO Convention Center, New Delhi. It was organized as a part of the Energy Conservation Week that was observed from 9 to 14 December 2019. Keys to remember: Bureau of Energy Efficiency, Ministry of Power conducted an international workshop on energy efficient cooling from 12 to 13 December 2019 at SCO Convention Center, New Delhi. It was organized as a part of the Energy Conservation Week that was observed from 9 to 14 December 2019. Related keys: the workshop was conducted by BEE in association with the International Energy Agency under the SEAD initiative of Clean Energy Ministerial. Next, let us see important days. World Energy Conservation Day is observed on 14th December. The day aims to highlight the importance of energy consumption. This day creates a sense of urgency on the issues involved. In India, the National Energy Conservation Day is observed on 14th December every year. The day is organized by the Bureau of Energy Efficiency under the Ministry of Power. The day aims to showcase the achievements of the country in energy efficiency and conservation. National Energy Conservation Day celebrations are held in New Delhi. Keys to remember: World Energy Conservation Day is observed on 14th December. The day aims to highlight the importance of energy consumption. Related keys: National Energy Conservation Day, 14th December. Ministry of Power, Bureau of Energy Efficiency.
Next,
Day 15 December 2019. Let us start with national news updates. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi chaired the first meeting of the National Ganga Council in Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh on 14 December. The first meeting of the council was aimed to reinforce the importance of a Ganga-centric approach in all departments of the concerned states and relevant central ministries. Keys to remember: Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi chaired the first meeting of the National Ganga Council in Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh on 14 December. Related keys. The council is given overall responsibility for superintendence of pollution prevention and rejuvenation of river Ganga basin, including Ganga and its tributaries. Next, government said that over 165,000 lakh farmers across India have been registered on the National Agricultural Market Platform. The announcement was made by the Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Minister Narendra Singh. Keys to remember. Government said that over 165,000 lakh farmers across India have been registered on the National Agriculture Market Platform. Related keys. National Agriculture Market or ENAM is an online trading platform for agricultural commodities in India. The market facilitates farmers, traders and buyers with online trading in commodities. Next, the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways had announced that FASTags will become mandatory for all vehicles, private and commercial, from 15th December. Earlier, the deadline was set to 1st December 2019. If the vehicle owners do not have a FASTag, they should pay twice the regular amount if you pass a toll booth and your vehicle. Incubators that are established by the government or private sectors as a startup branch. Keys to remember. The Ministry of Road Transport and Highways had announced that FASTags will become mandatory for all vehicles, private and commercial, from 15th December. Related keys. FASTag is an electronic toll collection system. The prepaid rechargeable tags that employ radio frequency identification technology for making toll payments directly from the prepaid or saving account linked to it or directly toll owner. Next, let us see appointments. The government appointed T.V. Somanathan as an Expenditure Secretary in the Finance Ministry. Somanathan will replace Grish Chandra Murmu, who was named the first Lieutenant Governor of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir in October. Keys to remember. The government appointed T.V. Somanathan as an Expenditure Secretary in the Finance Ministry. Related keys. T.V. Somanathan is a 1987 batch IAS officer from the Tamil Nadu Guardian. Somanathan served as a Commercial Tax Commissioner and Principal Secretary Planning and Development in the Tamil Nadu government. Next, let us see Science and Tech updates. NASA has finally selected a sample collection site on asteroid Bennu after the arrival of OSIRIS-REx, that is OSI-RIS-REx spacecraft in December 2018. The OSIRIS-REx mission team has selected the site designated Nightingale, which is located in a crater high in Bennu's northern hemisphere. The team has also selected site Osprey of Bennu as a backup sample collection site. Keys to remember. NASA has finally selected a sample collection site on asteroid Bennu after the arrival of OSIRIS-REx spacecraft in December 2018. Related keys. Site Nightingale is located in a northern crater 460 feet wide of the asteroid. As per the observation, Nightingale's regolith or rocky surface material is dark and images show that the crater is relatively smooth.
Next, date 16th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. The Ministry of Goal announced that it is to establish
a sustainable development cell in the country. This cell will gain significance as the new private entities will form a significant part of the future. The aim of this cell is to promote environmentally sustainable gold mining in India. Keys to remember. The Ministry of Gold announced that it is to establish a sustainable development cell in the country. This cell will gain significance as the new private entities will form a significant part of the future. Related keys. The Sustainable Development Cell will plan, advise, mentor, and monitor the mitigation measures that are taken by the goal companies to maximize the utilization of available resources in a sustainable way. Next news. Gujarat Police was honored with the President's Colors Award on 15th December 2019. Gujarat became the 7th state police force in India to be bestowed with the honor of the President's Colors. It was presented by the Vice President Sri M. Venkaiah Naidu. He paid homage martyrs of Gujarat Police. President's Colors is also called Nishan. Keys to remember. Gujarat Police was honored with the President's Colors Award on 15th December 2019. Gujarat became the 7th state police force in India to be bestowed with the honor of the President's Colors. Related keys. The President's Color is the highest honor bestowed upon a police force in India. Earlier, it was awarded to states of Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Jammu and Kashmir, Tripura and Assam. Next, let us see international news updates. The shuttle train service between Lahore and Wagah railway station resumed operation on 15th December 2019 after a gap of 22 years. The train would complete 3 round trips daily as well as will provide the travelling facility to over 1,000 passengers in 3 trips. Keys to remember. The shuttle train service between Lahore and Wagah railway station resumed operation on 15th December 2019 after a gap of 22 years. Related keys. Shuttle train refers to a train that runs back and forth between 2 points, especially if it offers a frequent service over a short route. They commonly operate as a fixed consist and run non-stop between their termini. Next news. China feeds 22% of the world's population, with 7% the world's arable land. Q said at the ongoing World Youth Forum held at Egypt's Red Sea resort city of Sharm el-Sheikh. The Shinkan news agency reported. He said that sound agricultural policy, innovation and good management are keys to the Chinese success in achieving food security. Keys to remember. China feeds 22% of the world's population, with 7% the world's arable land. Q said at the ongoing World Youth Forum held at Egypt's Red Sea resort city of Sharm el-Sheikh. The Shinkan news agency reported. Related keys. Capital Beijing. Currency renminbi. Next news. The 7th edition of Exercise Mitra Shakti 7 2019 concluded on 14th December 2019 at Out Military Station, Pune. The exercise was held between the Indian Army and the Sri Lankan Army. The exercise aimed to enhance the operational efficiency and interoperability between the Indian Army and Sri Lanka Army. Keys to remember. The 7th edition of Exercise Mitra Shakti 7 2019 concluded on 14th December 2019 at Out Military Station, Pune. The exercise was held between the Indian Army and the Sri Lankan Army. Related keys. The exercise will involve tactical level operations in an international counter-insurgency and counter-terrorist environment under United Nations mandate. Exercise Mitra Shakti 6 will go a long way in further cementing relationship between both the nations and will act as a catalyst in bringing synergy and cooperation at grassroots levels between both the armies. Next, let us see important days. Vijay Divas is celebrated on 16th December every year. The day aims to commemorate the victory of India over Pakistan in 1971. The day also a remembrance of the brave soldiers of India and Mukti Jodhas who sacrificed their lives for a noble cause. Keys to remember. Vijay Divas is celebrated on 16th December every year. The day aims to commemorate the victory of India over Pakistan in 1971. Related keys. On 16th December 1971, the chief of the Pakistani forces, General A. Khan Niazi, along with 93,000 troops, surrendered to the Allied forces consisting of the Indian Army and Mukti Bahini. The war culminated with the subsequent cession of East Pakistan into Bangladesh.
Next,
Date 17th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. The Income Tax Department announced that it is mandatory to link the PAN with Aadhaar by the end of 2019 on 15th December. It announced that the deadline for the linking of the permanent account number with Aadhaar was extended till 31st December by the Central Board of Direct Taxes through an order issued in September 2019. Keys to remember. ID Department mandates linking of PAN with Aadhaar. Related keys. UIDAI is recognized as a statutory authority. It was set up on 12th July 2016 by the government under the provisions of the Aadhaar Act 2016. Next news. Exercise Indra 2019 is the second edition of Joint Tri-Services exercise between the Indian Armed Forces and the Russian Armed Forces. It is being conducted from 10th to 20th December 2019 simultaneously at Pune and Gwalior for Air Force elements. Keys to remember. IAF Base of Exercise Indra 2019 began in Pune. Related keys. Indian Air Force is undertaking service-specific and joint missions during the exercise. The Russian Federation Air Force element is also participating in the exercise along with IAF counterparts. The exercise showcased the long-standing bond between India and Russia. Next, let us see banking and finance news updates. The fifth meeting of the Economic Advisory Council of the 15th Finance Commission was held in New Delhi on 16th December 2019. The meeting included discussions related to GST stabilization and the ways to improve tax collection for additional resource mobilization. Keys to remember. The fifth meeting of the Economic Advisory Council of the XVFC was held. Related keys. Advisory Council has been informed to submit the 2020 to 2021 report. The Commission is preparing the report for the 2021 to 2026 period. Advisory Council members were updated by the Commission recording the additional terms of reference extending the term of XVFC till October 2020. Next news. State Bank of India has signed a loan agreement with KfW, the Chairman Development Bank, worth $277 million on 16th December 2019. The arrangement of the loan and the grant facilities was facilitated by SBI's investment banking subsidiary SBI Capital Markets Limited. Keys to remember. State Bank of India has signed a loan agreement with KfW. Related keys. The aim of the agreement was to establish an energy efficient housing program in India. The facility was signed after an agreement on financial cooperation between the two governments in October 2019. The program will be a part of Indo-German Development Cooperation, which is guided by the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Next, let us see appointments. Sanjeev Kapoor stepped down as the Chief Commercial Officer of Vistara. Vistara's Chief Commercial Officer Sanjeev Kapoor has resigned from the post on 16 December 2019. He will be working with the airline till 31st December 2019. Kapoor had resigned due to personal reasons. Vinod Kannan, Vistara's Chief Strategy Officer, will replace as the CCO. Keys to remember: Sanjeev Kapoor stepped down as the Chief Commercial Officer of Vistara. Vinod Kannan, Vistara's Chief Strategy Officer, will replace as the CCO. Related keys: Vistara, founded on 2013. Headquarters: Koregaon. Chairman: Bhaskar Bath. CEO: Leslie Thunk.
Next,
Date: 18 December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. Government e-Marketplace launched GEM Samvad, the National Outreach Program in New Delhi on 17 December 2019. The program was launched by Anup Vadhavan, Secretary, Department of Commerce, Ministry of Commerce and Industry and Chairman GEM. The outreach program will be held from 19 December 2019 to 17 February 2020. It will cover all the states and UTs of the country. Keys to remember: Government e-Marketplace launch GEM Samvad, the National Outreach Program in New Delhi on 17 December 2019. Related keys: GEM Samvad is available on GEM website gem.gov.in. GEM has processed more than 28 lakh orders worth 40,000 crores in gross merchandise value, out of which 50% has been transacted by MSMEs. Next news: Kerala launched schemes to support differently abled people. The Kerala state government launched 2 social welfare schemes to honor differently abled people and NSS, NCC and student police cadet units working for their care and welfare. These schemes are Vijayamridam and Sahachari. Keys to remember: Kerala launched schemes to support differently abled people. Related keys: The Vijayamridam scheme was introduced to provide financial assistance for differently abled people who fought the odds and scored high marks in degree, PG and professional courses. Sahachari scheme is to honor groups that assist people with over 40% disability in their studies and other tasks. Next, let us see science and tech updates. Council of Scientific and Industrial Research signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the National Centre for Scientific Research, France, on 17 December 2019. The aim of the MOU is to establish a framework for cooperation between India and France towards promotion and support of scientific and technological research. Keys to remember: Council of Scientific and Industrial Research signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the National Centre for Scientific Research. Related keys: CSIR and CNRS plan to strengthen their cooperation to foster joint innovation and transfer of technologies applicable to India or France and to other nations. The cooperation includes promoting technology transfer sharing good practices, and enhancing industry academia cooperation. Next, let us see appointments. Sridhar Batra was appointed as the Chairman cum Managing Director of the National Aluminium Company. Batra is currently serving as the Director in the National Aluminium Company Limited. He will be serving as the CMD of NALCO till the date of his superannuation, that is 31st October 2024. Keys to remember: Sridhar Batra was appointed as the Chairman cum Managing Director of the National Aluminium Company. Related keys: NALCO was incorporated in 1981. It is a Navaratna Group A CPSE that functions under the Ministry of Mines. Indian government holds 52% equity of NALCO. It is headquartered at Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Next, let us see important days. Minorities' Rights Day is observed on 18th December in India. The day aims to remind about the rights of minorities and to educate people about it. It focuses on the religious harmony, respect, and better understanding of all minorities communities in India. Keys to remember: Minorities' Rights Day is observed on 18th December in India.
Next,
Date 19th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. Niti Aayog plans to include eggs, fish, chicken, and meat, possibly through its public distribution system. This is expected to be part of Niti Aayog's 15-year vision document. The document will be in place by early 2020 with effect from 1st April 2020. Keys to remember: Niti Aayog plans to include eggs, fish, chicken, and meat, possibly through its public distribution system. Related keys: The aim of the proposal is to improve India's low nutrition ranking at the global level. If it is implemented, these food items will join the food subsidy program along with wheat, rice, coarse grains, and a few varieties of pulses. Next, let us see international news updates. The US National Science Foundation reported that India has become the world's third largest publisher of science and engineering articles. It has published over 1.35 lakh scientific papers. China topped the report as the world's largest publisher. Keys to remember: The US National Science Foundation reported that India has become the world's third largest publisher of science and engineering articles. Related keys: NSF, formed May 10, 1950, 69 years ago. Headquarters: Alexandria, Virginia, US. Next, let us see science and tech updates. The International Astronomical Union has accepted to name a white-yellow star in Sextans constellation and its Jupiter-like exoplanets. Until now, the stars were called HD 86081 and 86081b. Keys to remember: The International Astronomical Union has accepted to name a white-yellow star in Sextans constellation and its Jupiter-like exoplanets. Related keys: IAU, formed on 28 July 1919. Headquarters: Paris, France. Membership: 82 national members and 13,701 individual members. President: Evain van Dishoek. General Secretary: Maria Teresa Lago. Next, let us see awards. Jammu and Kashmir has been selected by the Union Ministry of Rural Development for the National Award in the Best Performing category for implementing the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. The award will be presented in a ceremony on 19 December 2019 at the National Agricultural Science Complex, Pusa, New Delhi. Keys to remember: Jammu and Kashmir has been selected by the Union Ministry of Rural Development for the National Award in the Best Performing category for implementing the PMGSY. Related keys. PMGSY. The Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana was launched on 25th December 2000 by the Government of India. The scheme aims to provide connectivity to unconnected habitations as part of a poverty reduction strategy. Next news. Sahitya Academy has announced the winners of the 2019 Sahitya Academy Awards in 23 languages on 18th December. 4 of novels, 7 books of poetry, 6 of short stories, 3 of essays, and 1 each of non-fiction. Biography and autobiography won the award. Keys to remember. Sahitya Academy has announced the winners of the 2019 Sahitya Academy Awards in 23 languages. Related keys. The awards were recommended by distinguished jury members who represent 23 Indian languages. The finalists were approved by the Executive Board of the Sahitya Academy under the chairmanship of Dr. Chandrasekharan Kambar, President, Sahitya Academy.
Next,
Date 20th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Harshvardhan, inaugurated the new central government health scheme Wellness Center at Vikaspuri, New Delhi. CGHS service serves 12.09 lakh primary cardholders and 35.72 lakh beneficiaries. Keys to remember. Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare Dr. Harshvardhan inaugurated the new central government health scheme Wellness Center at Vikaspuri, New Delhi. Related keys. CGHS services. CGHS services have been planned to be extended to 100 cities. Currently, the scheme is operational across 72 cities through 329 allopathic wellness centers and 86 Ayush centers. Next news. The 11th Regional Quality Conclave was held on 20th December 2019 at Rudrapur district, Udham Singh Nagar, Uttarakhand. The conclave will be inaugurated by Madan Kaushik, Minister of Urban Development, Government of Uttarakhand. Keys to remember. The 11th Regional Quality Conclave was held on 20th December 2019 at Rudrapur. Related keys. The RQC is organized by the Quality Council of India along with PHDCCI. The theme of the Rudrapur RQC is Advanced Manufacturing with Quality, Innovation and Technology Interventions. Next, let us see banking and finance news updates. Edelweiss Asset Management Company has issued the first Bharat Bond EDF, the corporate bond exchange traded fund in the country. The bond issue will close on 20th December 2019. Keys to remember. Edelweiss Asset Management Company has issued the first Bharat Bond EDF, the corporate bond exchange traded fund in the country. Related keys. Bharat Bond EDF. The investors can subscribe to the exchange traded fund with a minimum unit size of 1000 rupees. Through the EDF, Edelweiss Mutual Fund proposed to raise an initial amount of 3000 crore. Next news. The Asian Development Bank and the Government of India signed a $250 million loan to Energy Efficiency Services Limited. The agreement aims to expand energy efficiency investments in India. Keys to remember. The Asian Development Bank and the Government of India signed a $250 million loan to Energy Efficiency Services Limited. Related case. The agreement is expected to benefit residential, agricultural, and institutional consumers. The Clean Technology Fund will provide $46 million in financing. It will be administered by ADB. Next news. The Reserve Bank of India has instructed banks to make all online payments done through National Electronic Funds Transfer and real-time cross-settlement free of cost for savings account holders. It will come to effect from 1st January 2020. Keys to remember. The Reserve Bank of India has instructed banks to make all online payments done through National Electronic Funds Transfer and real-time cross-settlement. Related keys. Governor Shaktikanta Das. Bank rate 5.40%. Headquarters Mumbai. Founder British Raj. Next, let us see science and tech updates. The World Health Organization has now approved a biosimilar medicine that is derived from living sources instead of the chemicals. The aim is to make breast cancer treatment affordable to women globally. Keys to remember. The World Health Organization has now approved a biosimilar medicine that is derived from living sources instead of the chemicals. Related keys. WHO. Founded 7th April 1948. Headquarters Geneva, Switzerland. Subsidiary Pan American Health Organization. Next, let us see important days. International Human Solidarity Day is observed on 20th December. The day celebrates unity in diversity. Aim. The day aims to raise public awareness of the importance of solidarity. It encourages debate on the ways to promote solidarity for the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals, including poverty eradication. Keys to remember. International Human Solidarity Day is observed on 20th December.
Next, date 21st December 2019. Let us start with national news updates. On December 20, 2019, India, Afghanistan, and Iran met at New Delhi to discuss the issue in the implementation of Chabahar Port in Iran. The port is considered as a gateway of opportunities with Central Asian nation by all the three countries. Keys to remember. For the discussion on the issue for implementation of Chabahar Port in Iran, India, Afghanistan, and Iran met at New Delhi on December 20. Related keys. Chabahar Port opened on 1983. The work of Chabahar Port is being conducted by the Port Global Limited Company, and the progress of the project was welcomed by all the three countries. Next, let us see international news updates. The International Astronomical Union announced the name of newly discovered stars and planets, where the name Sharjah was chosen for the stars, with Barjil being the name of its planets. The announcement was made during a press conference of IAU in the French capital Paris. During the announcement, the organizers lauded the effort and contribution of Emirate of Sharjah to the global scientific community. Keys to remember. IAU have announced that the name Sharjah was chosen for the newly discovered stars and planets. This announcement was made in the French capital Paris. Related keys. International Astronomical Union Headquarters, Paris, France. International Astronomical Union founded 28 July 1919. Next news. Donald Trump has become the third US president in the history to be impeached by House of Representatives, setting up a trial in the Senate that will decide whether he remains in the office. The House voted on two charges that the President abused his power and he had obstructed Congress. Nearly all the Democrats voted for the charges and every Republican against. Keys to remember: Donald Trump have been impeached by the House of Representatives for abusing his powers. Related keys: Only three US presidents have been formally impeached by Congress so far. The three US presidents are Andrew Johnson, Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump. Next, let us see science and tech updates. India had successfully test fired two missiles from Chandipur in Odisha. The upgraded version of Pinaka guided rocket system was test fired from DRDO's Proof and Experimental Establishment Firing Test Range. Quick reaction surface to air missile tested from a mobile launcher at Launch Complex of Integrated Test Range. Keys to remember: India have successfully test fired the upgraded version of Pinaka guided rocket system along with quick reaction surface to air missile from Chandipur in Odisha. Related keys: DRDO headquarters, New Delhi. DRDO founded 1958. Next, let us see awards. Portuguese Prime Minister Antonio Costa has announced that Portugal will be launching a Gandhi Citizenship Education Prize each year inspired by his different thoughts and quotes. First edition of this prize will be dedicated to animal welfare as Mahatma Gandhi said the greatness of the nation can be judged by the way its animals are treated. Keys to remember: Portuguese Prime Minister have announced Portugal will be launching Gandhi Citizenship Education Prize each year. The first edition of this prize will be announced for the animal welfare. Related keys: The President of India said that the thoughts of Mahatma Gandhi can show the right path on issues like stress, conflict, the climate crisis. In 1974, India and Portugal started their diplomatic relations with the new government in Portugal. Next,
Date 22nd December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. Railway Minister Piyush Goyal that Union Railways looking at a 50 lakh crore rupees investment over the next 12 years. The joint ventures so that it can modernize the railways, bring down the logistics cost, and improve the share of freight in the railway network and make the journey world class. Keys to remember: Railway Minister Piyush Goyal that Union Railways looking at a 50 lakh crore rupees investment over the next 12 years. Related keys: Indian Railways avail the proliferation of Linke-Hofmann pushed coaches which are technologically superior, have better speed potential, aesthetics and safety features. Next, let us see international news updates. Alphabet and Google Chief Executive Officer Sundar Pichai take home a stock package worth $240 million on top of a $2 million annual salary in 2020. He named the CEO of Alphabet this month as the co-founders decided to relinquish their current positions in Alphabet, the parent company of the online search giant. That made India-born Sundar Pichai the CEO of both Google and Alphabet. Keys to remember: Alphabet and Google Chief Executive Officer Sundar Pichai. Related keys: He joined Google in 2004. He helped lead the development of Google Toolbar. He focused on developing products and services powered by the latest advances in artificial intelligence. Next, let us see appointments. Justice Kulsar Ahmed appointed as the 27th Chief Justice of Pakistan. He takes over from Chief Justice Asif Saeed Koza, whose tenure came to an end after serving the country's top judge from January this year. The new Chief Justice will remain in office till February 21, 2022. Keys to remember: Justice Kulsar Ahmed appointed as the 27th Chief Justice of Pakistan. Related keys: Justice Kulsar Ahmed became an advocate of the High Court in 1988. Justice Ahmed was elected as Honorary Secretary of the Sindh High Court Bar Association, Karachi for the year 1999 to 2000. Next, let us see sports news updates. Himachal Pradesh Sena Kita, West Bengal's Meghalaya coach, world number 3 Apurvi Chandela emerged as the new national champion in the women's 10-meter air rifle event at the ongoing 63rd National Shooting Championship competitions, rifle or pistol, Meghalaya to settle for the silver while Apurvi won the bronze. Keys to remember: Himachal Pradesh Sena Kita, West Bengal's Meghalaya coach, world number 3 Apurvi Chandela emerged as the new national champion in the women's 10-meter air rifle event. Next news: Abid Ali became the first Pakistan cricketer to score centuries in his first 2 test matches. The feat against Sri Lanka in the ongoing second test of the 2-match test series at the National Stadium in Karachi. Ali is currently at the Greece unbeaten on 147. The opener made 109 in the first test against Sri Lanka and as a result became the first ever batsman in the history of the sport to score a century in his ODI and test debut. Keys to remember: Abid Ali became the first Pakistan cricketer to score centuries in his first 2 test matches. Related keys: William Bonesport, Tuck Walters, Craig Blewett, Sourav Ganguly, Rohit Sharma, Alvin Kallicharan, Jimmy Nisham score centuries in their first 2 tests. Next, let us see important days. National Mathematics Day is observed on 22nd December every year to mark the birth anniversary of legendary Indian mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujan and his contributions in the field of mathematics. The 125th birth anniversary of the great mathematician Srinivasa Iyengar Ramanujan declared as National Mathematics Day. Keys to remember: National Mathematics Day is observed on 22nd December every year to mark the birth anniversary of legendary Indian mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujan.
Next, date 23rd December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. The Government of India has constructed Girls' Hostel for Nepal Armed Police Force School in Kritipur, Kathmandu. The hostel building, built with Indian assistance, was formally handed over to the school by Deputy Chief of Mission, Embassy of India, Dr. Ajay Kumar. The project was implemented by Nepal Armed Police Force. Keys to remember: Girls' Hostel for Nepal Armed Force was constructed by Government of India at Kritipur, Kathmandu. This building was handed over to the Nepal Armed Police Force School by Deputy Chief of Mission, Embassy of India, Dr. Ajay Kumar. Related keys: Nepal Armed Police Force founded 24th October 2001. Nepal Armed Police Force Headquarters location, Kathmandu, Nepal. It has over 21% of girl students. Next, let us see international news updates. 8 West African countries have agreed to change the name of their common currency to ECO and separate their earlier currency CFA francs linked to former colonial ruler France. Benin, Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau, Ivory Coast, Mali, Niger, Senegal and Togo currently use the currency. Keys to remember: The 8 West African countries have agreed to change their currency name to ECHO. Related case. The CFA designation is designed to demonstrate a strong foundation in advanced investment analysis and portfolio management, accompanied with a strict emphasis in ethical practice. Next, let us see appointments. Indian American Dr. Monisha Ghosh has been appointed as the first woman Chief Technology Officer at US government's powerful FCC, Federal Communications Commission. She will advise Indian American Chairman of the FCC, Ajit Pai, and the Agency of Technology and Engineering Issues. Dr. Ghosh will take charge on January 13. Keys to remember. Dr. Monisha Ghosh has been appointed as the Chief Technology Officer at the US government's powerful Federal Communication Commission. Related keys. Federal Communication Commission founder Franklin D. Roosevelt. Federal Communication Commission founded on 19th June 1934. Next, let us see sports news updates. Saiko Mirabai Chanu 24, the former world champion weightlifter, won the women's 49 kg category gold medal to open India's account at 6th Qatar International Cup being held in Doha. Chanu lifted 83 kg in snatch and 111 kg in clean and jerk to finish on the top of podium. Keys to remember. Saiko Mirabai Chanu have won the 49 kg category gold medal in 6th Qatar International Cup being held in Doha. Related keys. Chanu, who is also a 2018 Commonwealth Games gold medalist. The 24 years from Manipur bagged gold with an effort of 194 kg in Olympic qualifying event. Next, let us see important days. India celebrates National Farmers' Day on 23rd December to commemorate the birth anniversary of the 5th Prime Minister of India, Chaudhry Charan Singh. He was a farmer's leader and he had introduced many policies to improve the lives of Indian farmers. Keys to remember. National Farmers' Day is celebrated in India on 23rd December every year. This day is observed to commemorate the birth anniversary of 5th Prime Minister of India, Chaudhry Charan Singh. Related keys. Chaudhry Charan Singh served as the Prime Minister of India between 28th July 1979 and 14th January 1980. His memorial in New Delhi is named as Kisan Ghat. Next, date 24th December 2019. Let us start with national news updates. Integral Coach Factory ICF of Indian Railways Chennai has produced its 3000th coach of the year in less than 9 months. This would help in meeting the growing demands of coaches. The number of working days to achieve the above figure has been reduced from 289 days in the last year to 215 days in the current year. Keys to remember. ICF Chennai have produced its 3000th coach of this year in less than 9 months. Keys to remember. Integral Coach Factory ICF founded on 1955. ICF headquarters Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. Next news. The 40-day harshest winter period in Kashmir, known as the local parlance as Chillai Kalan, began with the upper reaches of the valley receiving snowfall. Chillai Kalan begins from December 21st and ends on January 31st next year. This is followed by 20-day long Chillai Current that occurs between 31st January and February 19 and a 10-day long Chillai Bacha which is from February 20 to March 2nd. Keys to remember. The harshest 40-day winter period begins in Kashmir from December 21st to March 2nd. This winter period is split into three sessions: Chillai Kalan, Chillai Kurt, Chillai Bacha. Next news. On December 23, 2019, Ministry of Railways announced that Indian Railway is set to receive modern signalling systems. According to the ministry, it is one of the most ambitious projects of Indian Railways. This is because the project improves the safety line capacity, allowing the train to run at higher speed. The plan will be implemented after approval of NITI Aayog CCEA Cabinet Committee of Economic Affairs and Extended Board of Railways. Keys to remember: our Indian Railways is set to receive a modern signalling system announced by Ministry of Railways on 23rd December. This project will improve the safety, line capacity and allowing the train to run at its higher speed. Related keys: Ministry of Railways founded on 16th April 1853. Ministry of Railways Headquarters, Rail Bhavan, New Delhi. Next news. On December 23, 2019, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs announced that urban areas of 35 states have been declared open defecation free. It includes 4,167 cities. The target has been achieved through third-party verification. According to the ministry, the target has been achieved by constructing 65.81 lakh household toilets as against the target of 59 lakhs. Keys to remember: the 35 state urban areas has been declared as open defecation free by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. This target has been achieved by constructing 65.81 lakh household toilets. Related keys: Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs founded 1952. Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs Headquarters, New Delhi. Next, let us see international news updates. External Affairs Minister was on a 2-day visit to Iran between December 22nd to 23rd, 2019. During his visit, he chaired the 19th Joint Commission meeting with his Iranian counterpart Mohammad Javad Zarif. The leader at the Joint Commission meeting agreed to strengthen and accelerate Chabahar project. Keys to remember: our External Affairs Minister is on 2-day visit to Iran between December 22nd to 23rd. During this visit, he chaired the 19th Joint Commission meeting with Iranian counterpart. Related keys: Iran capital, Tehran. Iran President, Hassan Rouhani. Iran currency, Iranian rial. Next, let us see sports news updates. Qatar Football Association signed an agreement with Confederation of African Football stipulating that Doha will host the African Super Cup for the next 3 years. The African Super Cup in Doha with the next edition will be held on February 14, 2020. At the beginning of this year, Qatar hosted the African Super Cup for the first time. Keys to remember: Qatar Football Association have signed an agreement with the Confederation of African Football that Qatar will be hosting the African Super Cup for the next 3 years. The next edition of this African Super Cup will be held on February 14, 2020. Related keys: Qatar Football Association founded 1960. Qatar Football Association President Hamad bin Khalifa bin Hamid Al Thani. Next, date 25th December 2019. Let us start with national news updates. On December 25th, 2019, Government of India launched Good Governance Index. Tamil Nadu topped in the Good Governance Index. The states and union territories were divided into three groups, namely big states, northeast and hill states, and union territories. Tamil Nadu topped in Good Governance Index in the big states category. It was followed by Maharashtra, Karnataka, Chhattisgarh, and Andhra Pradesh. Keys to remember: Tamil Nadu have topped in the Good Governance Index in the category Big States, which is followed by Maharashtra, Karnataka, Chhattisgarh, and Andhra Pradesh. Related keys: in agricultural and aligned ranking, the best performing states were Madhya Pradesh, Mizoram, and Daman Diu. Next news: Niti Aayog, the policy think tank of government, will launch second edition of Sustainable Development Goals India Index and Dashboard 2019-20 on 30th December 2019 at Niti Aayog, New Delhi. The first edition of SDG India Index was launched in December 2018. It was the first tool developed by any large country to monitor progress towards achieving SDGs at sub-national level. Keys to remember: the second edition of Sustainable Development Goal India Index and Dashboard 2019-20 will be launched by Niti Aayog on 30 December 2019. The first edition was launched in December 2018. Related keys: SDG India Index and Dashboard 2019-20 developed by Union Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation in collaboration with United Nations in India and Global Green Growth Institute. The Index and Dashboard 2019 covers 16 out of 17 SDGs and qualitative assessment on Goal 17. Next news: on December 25th, 2019, Union Minister of Communication and IT, Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad, inaugurated Digital Village Guruvara. During the launch, it was announced that government has planned to offer free Wi-Fi services to all villages till March 2020. The Government of India has so far connected 130,000 Gram Panchayats through BharatNet. Keys to remember: on December 25th, the Union Minister of Communication and IT, Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad, have inaugurated Digital Village Guruvara. With this scheme, the Government of India have planned to offer free Wi-Fi services to all the villages till March 2020. Related keys: the Government of India in June 2018 announced that all Gram Panchayats will receive broadband connectivity by 2020. BharatNet initiative was launched in 2011. Next news: the Cabinet Committee of Security (CCS) chaired by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has approved the creation of Chief of Defence Staff post that will function as a single point of contact for different branches of armed force. CCS also approved the report of a high-level committee headed by National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, which finalized responsibility and framework for operation of CDS. Keys to remember: CCS, chaired by Prime Minister of Narendra Modi, have approved for the creation of the post Chief Defence Staff, which will function as a single point of contact for all the armed force. Related keys: CDS would be 4-star general from either of Indian Armed Forces, the Army, the Air Force or Navy, and will be payable to the salary equal to the service chief. Next, let us see international news. Union Cabinet has given its approval for signing a memorandum of understanding between Republic of India and Federative Republic of Brazil on bioenergy cooperation. In 2016, during the meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President of Brazil in India, the two sides agreed to cooperate on research and development of renewable energies and in the field of second generation biofuels. Keys to remember: India and Brazil have signed Memorandum of Understanding for Bioenergy Cooperation. Related keys: Brazil is one of the most important trading partner of India in the entire Latin American and Caribbean region. Brazil is currently world's second largest producer and consumer of biofuels. Next, date 26th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. The first tripartite memorandum of agreement has been signed between Department of Fisheries, Government of India, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development and the Government of Tamil Nadu for the implementation of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development Fund. Keys to remember: for the implementation of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development Fund, a memorandum of agreement has been signed between the Department of Fisheries, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development along with our Government of Tamil Nadu. Related keys: the Fisheries and Aquaculture Infrastructure Development Fund has been formed in 2018. Next news: Indian Railways has decided to modernize its signalling system on its entire network by implementing Modern Train Control System (MTCS). This is one of the most ambitious modernization project which envisages upgradation of a signaling system for improving safety, line capacity and to run train at its higher speed. Keys to remember: Indian Railway have decided to launch MTCS Modern Train Control System for the upgradation of Indian Railway signaling system, which is expected to improve the safety, line capacity and to run the trains in higher speed. Related keys: Indian Railways founded on 16th April 1853. Indian Railways Headquarters, New Delhi. Next news: Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveiled a statue of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee at Lok Bhavan in Lucknow. The event coincides with birth anniversary of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the co-founder of Bharatiya Janata Party. Atal Bihari Vajpayee served 3 terms as a Prime Minister of India. Keys to remember: our Indian Prime Minister have unveiled the statue of former Prime Minister of India Atal Bihari Vajpayee on his birth anniversary at Lok Bhavan in Lucknow. Related keys: Atal Bihari Vajpayee born on 25th December 1924. Atal Bihari Vajpayee Awards: Bharat Ratna, Padma Vibhushan. Next, let us see international news updates. The Pakistan government decided to import polio markers from India. The government has suspended the trade with New Delhi for months after abrogation of Article 370. There are 3 countries in the world where polio is still endemic. It includes Pakistan, Nigeria and Afghanistan. Keys to remember: Pakistan government have decided to import polio markers from India after Article 370. Related keys: in 2014, Pakistan had the highest number of polio cases in the world. In 1995, India launched Global Polio Eradication Initiative of WHO that aims at 100% coverage. Next, let us see sports news updates. MS Dhoni has been named the captain of Cricket Australia's ODI Team of the Decade. Cricket Australia CA announced its teams of the decade for ODI and Test cricketers on Tuesday, which features some of the best players in the sport right now. Apart from Dhoni, two other Indian cricketers, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, have made it to the teams. Keys to remember: former Indian cricket captain MS Dhoni has been named as the captain of Cricket Australia's ODI Team of the Decade. Next, date 27th December 2019. Let us start with national news updates. On December 26, 2019, the Union Ministry Human Resource Development released 5 documents that were developed by UGC covering 5 vertical of quality mandate. The documents covered eco-friendly and sustainable university campuses, evaluation reforms, human values and professional ethics, academic research integrity and faculty induction. Keys to remember: Ministry of Human Resource Development released 5 documents that were developed by UGC which covers 5 vertical quality mandates. Related keys: Ministry of Human Resource Development founded 26th September 1985. Ministry of Human Resource Development Headquarters, New Delhi. Next news. The locust known as Tidis locally arriving from desert areas of Pakistan descended in and around 20 talukas in the state Gujarat. It includes Banaskanda, Mehsana, Kutch, Patan and Sabarkanda districts over the last few days and wreaked havoc on standing crops of mustard, fennel, castor, cumin, cotton, potato and fodder grass. Keys to remember: lobsters arriving from the desert areas of Pakistan is deiced in and around 20 talukas of Gujarat and it destroyed the standing crops of mustard, fennel, castor, cumin, cotton, potato and fodder grass. Related news: Gujarat capital Gandhinagar, Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani. Next news. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman released a postage stamp here on Thursday to commemorate the distinguished service and glorious contribution by Directorate of Revenue Intelligence (DRI) in protecting the nation. The Finance Minister congratulated all the officers and staffs of DRI on their commitment to duty and determined and collaborative efforts to counter smuggling activities in country. Keys to remember: our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman have released a postage stamp to commemorate the distinguished service and glorious contribution by Director of Revenue Intelligence (RDI). She also congratulated all the officers and staffs of RDI. Related keys: Finance Ministry founded 29th October 1946. Finance Ministry Headquarters, New Delhi. Next news. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu is scheduled to visit Balangir district of Odisha today to inaugurate an LPG bottling plant of Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited and to attend the Platinum Jubilee function of Rajendra College in Balangir. The bottling plant has been established at expenditure of 103 crore rupees and has capacity of manufacturing 42 lakh cylinders annually. The bottling plant will benefit residents of 14 Western Odisha district. Keys to remember: our Indian Vice President have inaugurated LPG bottling plant of Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited at Balangir district of Odisha. Related keys: Odisha capital Bhubaneswar, Odisha Governor Ganeshi Lal. Next, let us see sports news updates. Indian skipper Virat Kohli has been named in the Cricketers of the Decade list alongside four other by Wisden cricketers. Kohli, who has scored 5,775 more international runs than anyone else in the last 10 years, has arguably been the best batsman over the last decade. Keys to remember: Indian captain Virat Kohli has been named in the Cricketer of the Decade list alongside with four others. Virat Kohli have scored 5,775 more international runs than anyone else in the last 10 years. Next, date 28th December 2019. Let us begin with National News Update. The 2019 edition of National Tribal Dance Festival has begun in Jaipur, the capital of Chhattisgarh. The three-day dance fest will be held from 27th to 29th December 2019. The festival was inaugurated by Congress leader Rahul Gandhi and the inaugural function was presided over by Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Bagal. Over 1,300 participants from 25 states and union territories of India are participating in this national event. Keys to remember: the 2019 edition of National Tribal Dance Festival began at Jaipur from 27th to 29th December 2019. This festival was inaugurated by Congress leader Rahul Gandhi. Related case: the National Tribal Dance Festival is an annual festival celebrated by Aborigines and Tribal of India in the National Capital Region of India. Next news: Ministry of Women and Child Development has invited application for Nari Shakti Puraskar of the year 2019. The national award is given annually to individuals, groups, institutions in recognition of their exceptional work towards the cause of women empowerment, especially for vulnerable and marginalized women. Nearly 40 Nari Shakti Puraskar will be given on International Women's Day observed on 8th March 2020. Keys to remember: the Ministry of Women and Child Development has invited for the Nari Shakti Puraskar for the year 2019. This award is awarded for individual, groups, and an institution for their exceptional work towards the cause of women empowerment. Related keys: Ministry of Women and Child Development founded 30th January 2006. Ministry of Women and Child Development Headquarters, New Delhi. Next news: Telangana government has decided to raise the retirement age of employees of the Road Transport Corporation RTC to 60 from the current age 58. The decision will be applicable to all cadres of employee of the state-owned RTC. Keys to remember: Telangana government have raised the retirement age of RTC employees from 58 to 60. This age raise will be applicable for all the employees working at RTC. Related case: Telangana capital Hyderabad, Telangana Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan. Next, let us see international news updates. Russia is the only country in the world that has hypersonic weapons that travel faster than Mach 5 and have the capability to maneuver during the entire flight. Putin has said that the missile flies 10 times faster than the speed of sound and has a range of more than 2,000 kilometers and can carry nuclear or a conventional warhead. Keys to remember: Russia becomes the only country in the world to have hypersonic weapons. This hypersonic missile flies 10 times faster than the speed of sound and has a range more than 2,000 kilometers. Related keys: Russian currency, Russian ruble, Russia capital, Moscow, Next, let us see awards. Hyderabad ophthalmologist Dr. Santosh G. Honavar conferred Life Achievement Honor by American Academy of Ophthalmology. He is the first Indian chosen for the honor. The award was formally presented to Dr. Honavar recently at annual meeting of American Academy of Ophthalmology held in San Francisco. Keys to remember: American Academy of Ophthalmology have conferred Hyderabad ophthalmologist Dr. Santosh G. Honavar for the Lifetime Achievement Honor. He is the first Indian chosen for this award. Next, date 29th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. Ministry of External Affairs has included Madagascar and Comoros in the Indian Ocean Region Division, which looks after India's maritime neighbors such as Sri Lanka, Maldives, Mauritius, and Seychelles. Earlier, these two island nations were looked after by East and South Africa Division of MEA. Keys to remember: External affairs have included Madagascar and Comoros in the Indian Ocean. Earlier, these two islands were looked after East and South Africa Division. Next news. The Knight Frank Global House Price Index Q3 2019 released, in which India ranked at 47th spot among 56 countries tracked in terms of appreciation in residential real estate prices, with a marginal 0.6% year-on-year rise in house prices. India stood at 11th position in the previous edition of the report with 7.7% year-on-year rise in home prices. Slow sales, high inventory and lack of liquidity with developers have restricted rise in home prices. Keys to remember: Knight Frank Global House Price Index Q3 2019 have reported India in 47th position among 56 countries. In the same report, India stood at 11th position last year. Related keys: the Knight Frank Global House Price Index tracks the performance over 50 mainstream national housing markets around the world. Next news. On December 27, 2019, Government of India constituted a 7-member group of ministers to fast-track the implementation of revival plan of BSNL and MTNL. The revival plan includes allocation of 4G spectrum and asset monetization. Earlier, Government of India approved the revival plan of merging BSNL and MTNL. Keys to remember: to fast-track the implementation of revival plan of BSNL and MTNL, our Government of India have constituted a 7-member group of ministers. Related keys: BSNL founded 15th September 2000. BSNL headquarters, New Delhi. Next, let us see international news updates. Pakistan received USD 452.4 million as a second tranche of USD 6 million loan from the International Monetary Fund. IMF had approved the second tranche of loan for Pakistan under the USD 6 billion extended fund facilities in a meeting of its executive board in Washington. Pakistan had received the first tranche from IMF under its loan program in July. Keys to remember: Pakistan have received USD 452.4 million as the second tranche of loan from IMF. IMF have sanctioned a loan of USD 6 billion as extended fund facility for Pakistan. Related keys: Pakistan capital, Islamabad. Pakistan President Arif Alvi. Next, let us see science and tech updates. China has successfully launched its largest carrier rocket, Long March 5, carrying Xicheng-20 satellite from Wenchang Space Launch Center in South China's Hainan province. China's most powerful rocket is a critical ingredient in nation's ambitious space program. Keys to remember: China have successfully launched its largest carrier rocket Long March 5 carrying Shenzhen 20 satellite. Related keys: China capital Beijing, China President Xi Jinping. Next, date 30th December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on December 28th launched eBakery, an online platform to increase the transparency in auction of assets attached by banks. The platform is equipped with property search features and navigational link to all PSD e-auction sites, provides single window access to information on properties up for e-auction as well as a facility for comparison of similar properties, and also contains photographs and videos of all uploaded properties. Keys to remember: our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman have launched a new online platform called eBakery, which increases the transparency in auctioning of assets attached by banks. This online platform provides property links, navigational links, and single window access to the information of property and comparison of similar properties, and even with photographs and videos. Related keys: Finance Ministry founded 29th October 1946. Finance Ministry Headquarters, New Delhi. Next news: Defence Minister Shri Rajnath Singh launched the mobile application of forthcoming Deaf Expo 2020. This app is available on Play Store. The main feature of the app are inform, engage, and feedback. It provides a detailed information about day-to-day events, participating exhibitors, defense public sector undertakings, guest speakers of seminars and webinars, publications, that is, electronic brochures and e-books, maps and direction of the venue and city weather. Keys to remember: our Defence Minister have launched a mobile application for Deaf Expo 2020. The aim of the app is to inform, engage, and feedback. This app provides a detailed information of everyday events, participators, public defense sector undertakings, seminars and webinars, publications, maps, direction, and city weather. Related keys: Defence Ministry founded 15th August 1947. Defence Ministry Headquarters, New Delhi. Next news: in Madhya Pradesh, the 5-day Mandu festival has been started in Mandu, a world-famous picturesque tourist destination located in Dar district of the state. The Mandu festival, which will run till January 1st, will see the amalgamation of cultural activities as well as adventurous sports. Keys to remember: the 5-day Mandu festival has been started in Mandu, Madhya Pradesh. This festival will run till January 1st with cultural activities and adventurous sports. Related keys: Madhya Pradesh capital Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh Governor Lalji Tandon. Next news: All India Radio organized the National Symposium of Poets 2020 on 27th December 2019. This edition of Poets Symposium was attended by select poets from all corners of the country who gave their presentations and captivated the hearts of the people. National Symposium is organized continuously every year since 1956. The National Symposium of Poets 2020 was organized by All India Radio on December 2019. This symposium brings all the selected poets from all the corners of the country. This symposium was organized continuously every year from 1956. Related keys. All India Radio founded 1930. All India Radio headquarters New Delhi. Next, let us see sports news updates. Indian Grandmaster Koniru Hampi claimed the 2019 Women's World Rapid Chess Champion title. The winner of Women's World Rapid Championship was decided in a playoff that ended with Hampi beating the China's Lei Tingji in a dramatic finals in Moscow, Russia. Keys to remember: our Indian Grandmaster Koniru Hampi claimed 2019 Women's World Rapid Chess Championship title, beating China's Lei Tingji in a dramatic final at Moscow, Russia. Related keys. Koniru Hampi is the India's best ever women's chess player. In October 2017, she became the second female player after Judith Polgar to exceed 2600 Elo ranking mark, being rated 2606. Next, date 31st December 2019. Let us begin with national news updates. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that ISRO is planning to launch a satellite called Aditya to study the sun. The aim of the mission is to keep a permanent eye on the sun without any disturbance. Aditya L1 is meant to observe the solar corona. In his Man Ki Baat program on air, Mr. Modi said that India is quite advanced in the field of astronomy and ISRO has taken path-breaking initiatives in this field. Keys to remember: our Prime Minister Modi have reported that ISRO is planning to launch its satellite called Aditya to study about solar corona. Related keys. ISRO founder Vikram Sarabhai, ISRO director Kailashavarivu Shivan. Next news. On 30th December 2019, the Union Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Prakash Javadekar has released a State of Forest Report 2019. India State of Forest Report is released every 2 years and it provides comprehensive information about the forest cover, forest vegetation density, tree cover, progress of plantation outside the designated forest, etc. for India as well as states. Keys to remember: the Union Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Prakash Javadekar have released a report on State of Forest Report 2019 on 30th December. This report will provide us the information about forest cover, forest vegetation density, tree cover, progress of plantation, etc. Related keys. The total forest cover of the country is 7,12,249 square kilometers, which is 21.67% of geographical area of the country. The top 5 states in terms of increase in forest cover are Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. Next, let us see international news updates. Fausta, a female black rhino who was believed to be the world's oldest rhino, has died at the age of 57 in Tanzanian conservation area. Fausta died of natural causes in captivity of Ngorongoro crater, which lies in Ngorongoro conservation area of Tanzania. Rhinos' life expectancy is around 40 years in wild, but they can live an extra decade in captivity. Keys to remember: Fausta, a female black rhino who was believed to be the world's oldest rhino, has died at the age of 57. Related keys: Tanzania capital, Dodoma. Tanzania currency, Tanzanian shilling. Next, let us see economy news updates. India will overtake Germany to become 4th largest economy in the world by the year 2026. According to the report by UK-based Centre for Economics and Business Research, India is all set to overtake Japan to become the third largest economy by 2034. The report titled World Economic League Table 2020 said that India is also set to become a $5 trillion economy by 2026, 2 years later than the government's target of 2024. Keys to remember. According to World Economic League Table 2020 report, India will overtake Germany to become fourth largest economy in the world by 2026. It is also said that India will overtake Japan to become third largest economy by 2034. Related keys: Germany capital Berlin, Germany currency Euro. Next, let us see banking news updates. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that no merchant discount rate will be applicable on transactions through homegrown RuPay and UPI platforms beginning 1st of January next year. Mrs. Sitharaman announced this in New Delhi after meeting Chief of Public Sector Banks, Chief Executive of Indian Banks Association and representative of leading private sector banks to discuss banking issues. Keys to remember. Our finance minister have said that no merchant discount rate will be applicable on transactions through RuPay and UPI platforms, which begins from 1st of January 2020. Related keys. The merchant discount rate is a rate charged to a merchant for payment processing services on debit and credit card transactions. To have a daily current affairs updates, subscribe to Vision Academy and don't forget to press the bell button below. And if you think the video is informative, like this video, share this video, comment below for the doubts.